What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. It's another day and another hurricane engine. This time in a Ram 1500 goes poof, misfires, lots of other issues. But what makes this one interesting is it's tied to a YouTuber, of all people, and somebody that we used to be super cool with, and a dealer we've gone after extremely hard. Yeah, I'm talking about auto auction rebuilds and David Stanley. Let's roll that intro. All right, so just real quick, so full backstory, so I don't have to address this multiple times in the comments. Me and Randy from Auto Auction Rebuilds were really cool over the years. Considered dude family. And we started changing the channel up, going more consumer advocacy as opposed to, Copart walk around videos and auction videos, as the market was kind of getting saturated. And it led me to David Stanley Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Oklahoma City, when they basically screwed over an active duty United States Air Force member. And then we found other instances of David Stanley screwing consumers. So I did a video on it, and I guess Randy attempted to make a comment in their defense. At that day, YouTube was having an issue. Now, Randy was a moderator on my channel. So what that means is when you make a comment, even if you were like saying somebody go eat a D and go F this, and it's still going to post, okay? Randy's comment doesn't post. Like within 2 or 3 minutes of him making the comment, he sees that it's not there, and then proceeds to comment, "I'm done with this BS, bye, block me on every platform." Now, if you go to that original David Stanley video, I pinned his comment. I was the bigger dude in that, bigger man, I guess, in that situation. And I just took it as that. When somebody that you have really close in your circle is willing to just throw a switch and flip on you, it's bad. And in that time, I had a bunch of, AI is a horrible thing, man, in some cases. I had somebody that sent AI video of some other outlandish stuff that people said, not knowing at the time that people could totally create stuff that people would say with AI audio. And that can happen when you have a huge YouTube catalog with your voice for hours and hours and hours. Needless to say, I didn't immediately jump off the deep end and start roasting dude on the internet. I said, let's just wait on this and see what happens, and I'll try to talk to the guy in person. Never happened. Anyways, that's your backstory. Today, we don't follow each other on Instagram. I think he has me blocked over there, so I couldn't see this. But one of my subscribers sent this to me. And this, which I'll put right here, is a post from Randy over at Auto Auction Rebuilds. And he posted, "She's down. 2,500 miles. And the new 2025 Ram Rebel SST is having major issues. P0300 is one of the codes, P0302, P0305, P11B1, U0901, P2305. Going to have roadside carry it back to the dealer. I was watching the engine misfire when I started noticing a bunch of ground lugs that have been messed with in the past. Considering I'm the first owner, it is a brand new truck, I started digging. Turns out this truck was originally purchased or traded from a Ram dealer in Texas. It had 500 or so miles when I bought it, so somebody had been driving it. Obviously somebody had been working on it before. The plot thickens." Shout out to my subscriber, Kevin. I see him in the comments. Casually, David Stanley screwing yet another customer. So here's the thing. Is karma a bitch? Yes. Now here's the other thing. David Stanley has screwed auto auction rebuilds several times. And talking trade-in values. Now, the money for Randy doesn't mean anything. You know, he's views wise, I think we're getting close to where we're at, around the same, you know, between 2 to 3 million views a month, right? We're in that same vein. And we're making close to, he probably still making a little bit more money than me on YouTube. But you see, I post my revenue on Instagram on a regular basis. But I'm assuming that they saw Randy come in and he traded in his probably E-Torque. I believe he had an E-Torque 1500 last time I checked. He could have had many other vehicles since that time, but let's just say he had that one and traded it in on this one, right? They seen him coming. So they probably bid him low on his 1500 E-Torque. Now here's the thing. I'm sure Randy will do a response video or talk about what David Stanley did to make it right. But the fact that this vehicle already had 500 miles on it and came from a Texas dealer would tell me that somebody had already bought it, probably in Texas. They never did the title paperwork. It started having issues, namely the ground wires. Multiple areas on that truck can have problems, causing the vehicle to have electrical issues and misfire. Where have we heard that before? Oh, that's right, the Grand Wagoneer. The wiring harness is too short on the new Ram 1500, where, oh my God, where have we heard this before? That's right, the Grand Wagoneer that has the same powertrain. So now we're seeing these same issues in the Ram 1500 with the Hurricane engine. And Tim Kuniskis thinks people are going to beat down the door to buy this truck. Even if you lower the MSRP by 35%, these trucks are an electrical disaster. Carlos Tavares tried to skimp out on money. He shortened the wiring harnesses. He used cheaper parts. And this is the result. Unreliable, overpriced vehicles. Now, what will be interesting to me is to see, does David Stanley immediately try to get Randy out of this truck and give him back full value? Or do they say F it and really try to screw him? Because, oh, well, we're just going to have to deal with, this is what I think is going to happen. Oh, we're dealing with Star support. We sent this to Ram. This might have to be a customer buyback. We can't do anything else, Randy. It'll be interesting to see. Now, am I happy that dude is, you know, my old friend is getting screwed here on his truck? No. But there is a silver lining in this. Where he has the audience that he has, if he does do a video on this Ram Rebel and this Hurricane engine that is a disaster, it could have an influence on Ram possibly fixing this and doing what we've been saying that they should have done, and that's bring back a V8 option. Now, I talked about other testing that's been done by TFL and other people talking about gas mileage on these trucks towing, and you guys made it aware to me, and I went and saw one of his videos where, lo and behold, Randy has his own video trying to tow with this truck, and it gets worse gas mileage than the Hemi V8. Wow. I don't know. Maybe Randy is sitting on a gold mine here of a disaster of a truck, and he'll probably get 5 to 10 videos out of this truck that are going to more than pay for the truck. Because people want to know about this Hurricane engine, and this isn't the first person that's had misfire issues, ground issues, wiring harness issues on a Ram 1500. You see the service advisors commenting in my comments every time I talk about this power plant. And you saw Stellantis asked me to leave the booth at SEMA for talking about the Hurricane engine and their EVs. So all I can say is this. I don't hold any animosity to dude. I hope they work it out for him. Knowing David Stanley, though, that is a garbage dealership. Their reviews speak for themselves on the internet, and they regularly screw people. It would not shock me in the least if they completely screw Randy over at Auto Auction Rebuilds. Will they, though? Maybe only if they're completely retarded. But if I was that GM at David Stanley, and this is the only YouTuber that's been really pushing to back us up, I'd probably try to fix that immediately. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends. Update. You know, you try to be the bigger person here, and I've done that. I've done that maybe for too long. And, you know, I wasn't being a complete dick when I made this video. I was just saying, you know, I hope that they get it right. I did say karma was a bitch, though. But this just goes to show the character of Randy over at Auto Auction Rebuilds. I'm going to show you a comment that someone just sent me that he posted over on Instagram. And let me show it to you. Right here. Last place to go for automotive news. Yeah, unfortunately for Randy, I don't think he watches automotive news. I mean, not taking shots or anything, but, you know, I haven't seen Randy actually himself physically rebuild a car in years. But your channel is dedicated to rebuilding. Interesting. Now, I could be petty. I could take personal shots. You know, we both know where the quote-unquote bodies are buried, if you want to call it that. But I'm going to continue to be the bigger person here and just say... But this is the funny thing for me. With some of my newer contracts at Tinker Air Force Base, I'm going to be around. And needless to say, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. It's going to be an interesting 2025. As I said before, and I'll continue to say it, I wish him nothing but the best. But if any indication of the amount of subscribers that he has, and the views that he's getting, I don't know, Randy. I think a lot of people come to my channel for news because I keep delivering on the facts. And I keep delivering on the news because the things that I report end up being correct. But hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Some people they like to go watch CNN. And I can understand Randy being a CNN guy. Totally understand. Me personally, I like to watch actual news. And I report actual news. Anyways, like I said, wish him nothing but the best. But, you know, you know me. I can't be Petty Roosevelt and not respond. But, yeah, you know, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing and continue watching my channel do this. And he'll just keep doing this. Anyways, till next time, stay petty, my friends.